Report joining me now live is a member of the House Doge Caucus, Oklahoma Congressman Josh Brecheen. Congressman, welcome back. We appreciate you coming on. Congressman, welcome.
Honored. Thank you, Ed.
That was pretty fast. Zelensky talking tough. Now he's on bended knee. Is this the art of the deal?
It's the art of the deal. It exemplifies peace through strength.
Yeah, so what comes next then? We've heard the president wants an apology, wants a public apology. I think, as I said, bended knee from Zelensky, and he's saying, look, I want to come back to the table and the rest. But do you think there's an apology eventually, or will Zelensky just, maybe President Trump's of the mind that Zelensky's got to go, and he's not even going to deal with him. He'll sign a deal with the next guy.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't be prouder of our president making sure that the United States is not going to be locked into further security alliances that is NATO-like. And our economic security is our national security. And with our country, as we keep hearing Elon talk about, when we are exceeding our defense spending by our interest payment, not principal, interest payment only in terms of our $36 trillion gross national debt, this country has got to make sure that we return the economic power that we were used to being. Our strength is our economic strength. And so this deal helps us right size multiple facets, among which recouping that $200 billion that's been sent over there.
Yeah, absolutely. And it seems like things are going to change on that number. Something else is just coming across the AP wire. The Associated Press with some breaking news that the IRS, Congressman, has now drafted plans to cut as much as half of its workforce. We're not talking 10 or 20%. They have 90,000 people working there. Remember, Joe Biden wanted to add 87,000. I assume he didn't get to hire all of them. He was trying. But what do you think about the IRS cutting from 90,000 down to 45,000? That would be pretty dramatic.
Yeah, look, I think most people want to be able to do their taxes on a postage stamp, right? I mean, I think many of us are committed to the concept of either a flat or a fair tax, the means of being able to simplify our tax code that is thousands and thousands of pages. You have to have a lawyer in small business many times to be able to interpret it. And so that institution has been weaponized. We've seen it in decades past. There's nobody who doesn't think that it hadn't happened in recent years. And so people are excited about a return to common sense, simplicity, efficiency from our government. The excitement around Elon, Harvard poll, and what he's doing, people want to focus on the town halls. That is designed to try to steal away from the true narrative, and that is people know that this government wastes money. It has been decades upon decades talking about it. It is a joke among common speak in barbershops, commonplace conversations at kitchen tables. People know the federal government is wasting money. And people are so excited, this bright star trying to rectify the waste. People are tired of their money being flushed down the toilet.
So in the last minute we have, Congressman, what do you want to hear from the president tonight? It seems like there's some good news he can tout, such as shutting down the southern border, such as these Doge cuts you're talking about, finally getting the federal government into shape, if you will. It's a good start, at least, but there are still concerns, as you must know from your constituents, about inflation, about a slow economy, and he inherited from Joe Biden. What does he need to say tonight?
Look, I think that what Doge is focused on, I'm a member of the Budget Committee. What we're working on the reconciliation package that, thanks to Jody Arrington for his leadership, many of us were in that room on the night before that vote, making sure that we could get neutrality. That is in tandem with what we're going to do on the discretionary side. Many of us are having conversations to make sure that the inflation tax, that 20% loss of purchasing power that's occurred since January of 2020, that we're doing all that we can, and all deficit spending is inflationary. And we've got to come to terms with our addiction. It is worse than a cocaine addiction for politicians of spend, spend, spend without concern of the reckoning of the future for our children and our grandchildren. And so I look forward to the president in bold colors, not pale pastel, not backing off of right-sizing this government.
Yeah, there was some cocaine found in the last White House. We haven't heard about that happening recently, but I get your point about a cocaine addiction. Washington is addicted to that spending game, and it appears that the president, you and others in the Doge Caucus are trying to break it. Congressman, we appreciate your time tonight.
Thank you. God bless.